Okay, okay. Here we go. Let me pull this up real quick. But, boom, 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 boom. More. It's using the old banner for that. Alright, that's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and start this thing. Alright, it is 2026 Whale Cup, which is a Richie Mahjong online tournament. Looks like we might have about 300 players around there. If so, means 196 people get into the tournament next week, which is kind of crazy number. I think probably not the best choice. Probably should have kept it at 128 even then. But I'm not an organizer, so I don't, yeah. They can go a whole week without sleeping. But yeah, if under 300, it's going to be 128 players making it into next week, and it is the best 6 games in a row that you have. Totals up points from each game. And then next weekend it is elimination. Best 2 from each table will move on to the next round. So as long as you get second in the next weekend, you could have a pretty good chance until we get to about. Actually, they might change it up depending on the high numbers. Could be next Friday that. It's single elimination, then a Saturday, first and second. So there's gonna be some brutal ways that they're gonna figure out how to cut down to the number we need. Because last table only seats 4. All right. But before we do that, let's get in to how you play Richie Mahjong. So let's go over here. Yes. Let me make myself in picture a little bit better. All right. Now this VOD is going to have a 5-minute delay. Part of the rules of the game of this tournament is if you stream or the game, any of your games live, you need to have a 5-minute delay, and it allows you to play without having to worry about stream snipers. It takes about 5 minutes to play one hand fully through, so no cheating. Yep. Alright, these, let me go over here, are the tiles we'll be playing with. Richie Mahjong, you play with 136 tiles. 136, I believe. Yes. Play with 136 tiles. You have extra tiles to play different varieties. Riichi Mahjong is a game you can change a couple of the rules, a couple of the tiles and rule sets, and you can have all sorts of different varieties of Mahjong. First, you have your honor tiles, which are going to be your east, south, west, and north wind, and your dragons, white, green, red. That order that you see there is going to be important later. Then it goes east, south, west, north, and then white, green, red, which this weekend, I believe tooltips or numbers are off in Riichi City for tourneys. I might be wrong about that, I don't remember. It's been a minute since I played Riichi City. So this is a Amos numbered set that I got recently, and where it has the readable numbers. But the two suits that we have, or three suits that we have, is Manzu characters. Pretty easy until you get to about 5-6, and then that's when eventually you'll just have to kind of learn those characters. There is 4 of each tile, and then I'll be important in a little bit. You have your bamboo or sozu tiles, sometimes called grass. Usually tiles are green. You'll see tiles will be green in this game, but the Amos sets they decided not to use green ink. I don't know, that might have been something from like the founding of the company. I don't know about that, but so my green dragons and bamboo are all black and red, and they have Pinzu's dots. So real easy to count those ones. Characters tiles is pretty difficult for new players. And then you'll see that there is a green 5 in the mix of these tiles. That is a Dora tile. That is one of the things about Riichi Mahjong, is you have these green 5s. And we'll go. So yeah, so you have your honors, characters, well, you have your winds and dragons, characters, bamboos, dots, and this group here is considered an honor tile. All of these classifications for honor tiles and simples and terminals is gonna kind of be how you figure out how to create a hand. So you see these 1s and 9s, because they are on the end, they're called terminals, and the ones in the middles are called simples. Simples are really, as a beginner, will be your bread and butter. It's really easy to open your hand with simples, but there's not a lot of yakus or winning hand patterns that you can get with terminals and honors. So if you're able to make a winning hand pattern with terminals and honors, usually you're going to be in for a lot of points, as long as you open up correctly. And we'll go. And this is just the suits. Again, so we'll go with this over Dora. So you have your red 5s. Those are 1 Dora. They essentially give you 1 Dora, gives you 1 Han, and you can think of Han kind of like a multiplier, like a video game multiplier. So you get 1 Han, 2 Han, 3 Hans, and that's from all your different patterns. that you use for a winning hand. And then you have another way to get Dora. Come over here. Where is it at? Ooh. Why did it not pip pip? Where is... No. I turn that on every time. Cool. Alright. So another way to get Dora is this little section right here. You'll see in game. You start out with 1, so this west tile right here on the end. Whichever tile, which west will make it north. So the next tile in the sequence, since that Dora indicator is west, the next one north. So every north tile in a winning hand is worth 1 Dora. Same, it goes from 1 to 9, and then 9 loops back around over to 1. That's also how you find your Dora. It's white, green, red, east, southwest, north, and east, southwest, north is your table seating as well. So whoever is the dealer for the round is always east, and the person to their right is south, and then west, and then north again. Which is pretty easy. You'll have a indicator usually in front of you that tells you, oh, these are my this is my seat. And knowing your seat makes it really easy for you to draw seat wind, which is another Yaku. So if you have all of your seat tile, then that's another Yaku. So if you have 3, yeah. Okay, so you have 3 north, and you're in the north seat, you can score 1 Han. That's a pretty easy way to open your hand. You usually don't want to do that unless you have a lot of Dora in your hand. But a confirmed Yaku lets you call more tiles. Alright, so if you can count backwards from 5, you can play Riichi Mahjong. This is what a winning hand looks like right here. All you need is 4 sets, which is a set is either a triplet or sequence, or secret set, a quad. You need 4 sets and 1 pair. Pair can be pretty much anything. A triplet is 3 of the same tile. It's 4 of characters, or 6 of characters, 1 of bamboo, 4 wheels. You have 3 green dragons, 3 east, but it can be, of course, like 4 of wheels, 4 of bamboo, 4 of characters, at all the same tile. Sequences are a sequence of numbers or runs in the same suit. So 6, 7, 8 in bamboo, 4, 5, 6. You cannot do sequences with wind or honor tiles, east, southwest, or west, green, red. You just can't. They can only make triplets. And a quad is a triplet with the last tile. Quads are pretty special. Go to the next one. If you have a quad, again, this Dora indicator right here, it'll reveal the next one. So it'll flash the second tile. And then, you know, make more Dora. And the other thing is that there is extra Dora sitting underneath this, what's called the dead wall. So you have, I forgot to put something in comment. You have the two that are indicated. If you reachy, which we'll go over later, and win that hand, you get to look at the tiles that are underneath those whatever tiles that have been shown, and that adds more Dora. All right, we'll go over the calls real quick. So you have Chi, which means the person to the left of you has discarded a tile that you need. You then, oh, I forgot to put that. You then call that tile and then discard a tile, and it's called, you open your hand and you put to the side the tiles that make up that set. Doing so opens up your hand. It does show a little bit of, hey, this is what I'm kind of working towards, this is what's going on with my hand. The more calls you make, the less flexible your hand becomes, and it's much harder to defend if you have to fold out. Which folding is just pretty much somebody either calling Ricci or, you know, open their hand with a lot of Doras, a lot of extra points, and you just want to get out of there and not, you know, lose the match, or lose that round. So you're just trying to safely end the round, even if you have to give up Tenpai, which is a readied hand. Then it makes it a lot harder, opening up your hand too deeply. But that's Chi, so you could only do that to the person on your left, and that creates a, say, here he, this bald man, Northern Lion, he has a 4-5 right here. So he needs a 3 or 6. If the person on his left drops a 3 or 6 of wheels or dots, then he can call Chi. He would then show all 3 of those tiles into his bottom right hand down here, and then discard a tile. And then, all right, pawn is for triplets. So say he wants to pawn another 5, like say it's a red 5 and he needs that Dora badly. Then he will pawn, discard a tile, and again it goes right to the same spot. The more times you do it, you kind of you can either line it out across the mat or up against the side rail, like going like this way. But yeah, that's the one thing. Pawn, making a triplet, you can make that off everybody else. G, same thing, only you can only do it to the left, the player on your left. Con is the same as pawn. You can flip, and then discard, and then show a Dora indicator. You can also concealed announce your con. So if you have a con in your hand, you can call con. You have both sides of the con flipped over on the ends, and it shows that you drew that, it's concealed. So you'll get a lot more mini points that way. Usually it's, I think, pretty much thought of it's bad idea to, a lot of times to call a con. Conceal con though, pretty good. And then 2 more calls, you have Ron. That is when you... I totally forgot to put Ricci on here. Ron is when you win off of a opponent's discard. So if you only need one tile away from winning and somebody lays it down, your winning tile, you call Ron, and you're going to take all the points that you get from your hand from that one player. And then you have Sumo, and that's where you draw the tile from the wall yourself, and then you split that up amongst all the players. If you're not the dealer when you sumo, then the dealer pays half, and the other 2 players pay the other half evenly. The dealer, the upside to being the dealer is that when you score points, it's 1.5 times what a non-dealer can score. So you're going to pay more in sumos, but you make more off your hands. And then Ricci is, you'll see here, he's laid this tile to the side. So he is 1 away from winning his hand. And he did that without opening his hand at all. And that's called Mezichin, or closed hand. I think that's right. So he laid down Ricci. So now all you get to do is you just get to ride like the wall. You just gotta draw, discard, draw, discard, draw, discard until you get until somebody else lays down the tile you need, or you draw the tile. And then you see he has a little stylized one, but you have this little figure here in the tray, like this one right here. You're laying down a 1,000 bet that you are going to win down the round. You laid that down, and after you lay down your tile to the side, and that shows everybody, oh hey, he's 1 away. And a lot of players get defensive during that, so it's, even if you don't have a good hand, it's a good move to make people back off, maybe interrupt their flow. So, now the one thing while we're here, so you have Ricci, which is the table bet, and I want to say this game is kind of a deductive game, and that's because in other mahjongs it seems like you just throw your tiles into a big kind of pile. Makes it hard to read. Makes it kind of hard to read for other players. But in Ricci Mahjong, you set to the left first, and you just keep going until you hit 6, and then you start a new row. And it really helps you, one, visualize, like, oh, how much more of the game's going on. But it also tells you, hey, what are they not going for? I kind of set these up just so to show Ricci. There's nothing really going for, but I could see that, one, there's a lot of red, a lot of Manzu character tiles out here. So, especially in the middle to end terminal tiles. So, a 9 could be safe. An 8 could be safe. There's still a lot. I don't see a red dragon or white dragon, so probably that's going to become dangerous soon, so either get rid of it now or net later. It just shows you, it's called the pool. You have your discard pool, or pond, actually, I think. Yeah. And that's how you kind of suss out what your opponents are doing. And the main way you do that is with Suji. So say you have the best shape you want to end on before winning is a double-sided weight. That means I need a 1 and a 4 for this double-sided weight of 2, 3. That's going to have the most tiles to accept is this weight. You really want to get like the perfect one is a 3-sided weight, but you know, those aren't always feasible. That's a little bit, you need to be a little lucky to get a 3-sided weight or an irregular weight. But so you have this 1, 2, you need a 1 or a 4. Well, if I drop a 4, then a 1 and a 7 should be safe to play against me because of the Furitin rule. Furitin states, the rule for Furitin is that if I drop a 1, I cannot win off of a 4 because I need a 1 and a 4. Now I could change this weight up as the round goes by, but as long as I need a weight on a 1 and 4, I cannot score with a 1 or 4. So if somebody drops a 5, I cannot win off a 2 or an 8. Now, there are ways to set up traps for this. They're not great. Usually it means you need to sit on either a really weird weight, like you have 2 pairs and you're waiting for one to become a triplet, depending on where the discards are, how late in the game is, you know. You got to be counting tiles, and you know. But yeah, that's Suji and Furitin. So if I, again, Suji is these 147 is this group right there, and just knowing this kind of block in your head can save you a lot in Mahjong. But pretty much what's called, you want to get to perfect Isha 10. Usually when you're making a hand, you want to have end up with 2 of these 2 away, that those shapes in your hands fill up really quickly, and it'll always give you at least a 2-sided weight. And 2-sided shape's really important, especially as a beginner learning to get it to a 2-sided shape, because doing that lets you pretty much construct 2 of the best beginner hands, bread and butter hands. These will get you to Ricci. Ricci gets you to a lot of points. So the one above, this one right here, that is ugly. That is all simples. So your entire hand is made up of between 2 and 8 tiles, but the tiles 2 and 8 in any suit. So we have a triplet of 6s, triplet of 4s, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and a pair of 5s. Depending on the Dora, say if the Dora was the other 5 characters, then all 6 of these, or all three of these tiles here and the 6 triplet would be worth another Han. So that is all simples, and what makes it a really strong one is when you pair it with Pinfu, this bottom one right here. So Pinfu is pretty much it's considered a Fu-less or mini points, because these are all numbers, all sequences, and then a tile. The other thing, so it has no Fu, essentially. Fu is pretty much based mini points. You get mini points from triplets and quads. So triplet and quads get you Fu. You round up to the nearest 10th, essentially. And the more Fu you have, the more points you do, because remember, Han is kind of like a multiplier. So you're multiplying your Fu until you get to either 5 or your Fu versus your Han, and if you hit a certain threshold, you get a Mongon, which is 8,000 points. But Pinfu doesn't have a lot of Han, or a lot of Fu, no mini points. And you have to be waiting on a 2-sided weight. So right now I have a 2-3, and I need a 1-4. What makes this really strong is if you can do all simples and Pinfu, and then you Ricci. Ricci has 2 separate, well, 3 actually. If you can call Ricci on your first tile, you get double Ricci. It's like almost a miracle. You also have Ipatsu, which means you are able to win on the first turnaround. So if somebody, before you can place your next discard, you win before then, you get Ipatsu. And if you draw that tile, you get a fully concealed hand. So Ricci can be worth up to 3 multipliers. And then Pinfu is worth 1. Pinfu has to be closed. You cannot score it if you call any of these sequences. And then if you're able to stack all simples, it's a really good way to get up to like 5 Han without even any Dora. And then you have all these other hands. So you have 1, 2, 3 hands. And this is just a sheet for the Final Fantasy Mahjong game. It's all the same as Ricci Mahjong. You can find it online really easily. Yeah, so you pretty much can figure out, you have like 3 triplets. You can get 3 concealed triplets, 3 con, and that's all worth 2. Any of these indicators that has a closed eye, that means it's not, you have a reduced value if you open your hand. So you don't really open too early unless you know you're going to get a lot of points. Doing so, you know, if you need a lot of points, it's not really recommended to open up your hand for garbage. But if you're dealer, because you make 1.5 times the points, maybe, you know. Also, as dealer, another rule of Ricci, where Ricci Mahjong, it can get pretty brutal. If you win, say this Yusong here, Yusong wins this round as the dealer, the next round he is dealer. A dealer can keep you sitting at the table for 1 game for a long time. A long time. I've played a 2-hour game before and I wanted to do violence. it can be a bad time when you're just losing an online tourney, and you are just getting hammered by one person for 45 minutes, and there's no way you can come back, and you're gonna have to play a whole 6 more games. All right, so that is the basic Origi Mahjong. So let's go over the tournament rules. This is a 4-player South game. That means everybody gets to be the dealer twice, and the game's over. There are 3 red 5s. That is standard Mahjong. You get about 15 seconds to think before it auto discards your tile. And if you take longer, say if you go down to like 5 seconds the next round, it's gonna be 5 seconds. Eventually it'll fill up. Every round it always restarts, but you can end up with like 2 seconds times to think because you're just taking too long. Everybody starts with 3, 2,500. Minimum points is 3,000. That's pretty standard for ranked competitive games. No game tips, so the game is not going to show anybody what their weight is. They're not going to flash how many tiles of that one tile that you have in your hand is out there. You got to be able to look at the pawn. So you can sumo giri, which means the ones that people discard without putting in their hands, it will show those. That's different from Mahjong Soul. Mahjong Soul doesn't do that. Reveal Dora immediately after calling open con. That just means immediately turns it. You don't have to wait till discard your tile. Head bump is off, so that means 2 people can win off of 1 tile, which can be really bad. Head bump means the person sitting closest to the person to the right of the person closest to the dealer, clockwise or rightwise, they win. But since head bump is off, 2 people can deal. 2 people can win off of 1 tile. So even if first place all last dealer wins, game off, so the game's gonna go. The game's gonna go until the last dealer loses or doesn't score on his round. That's cool. No extension, so it'll only go twice. Uma scoring. So how this tournament, Uma is like extra scoring. You're scoring for your position at the end of the game. If you are in first place, you get extra 15 points. If you're second place, you get 5 points. Third place, you get -5, and then you get fourth place, you get -15. And how that works is we all start with 25,000 points. Past that mark, I might be a little wrong. I have to double check once I get points. You have to so you have 25,000 points starting. Say you get 30,000 points. That is 5,000 extra points, and therefore you get 5 points. And then if you're in first place, you get it plus 15 points. So you would end the match with 20 points, and then if you're in second place with 30,000 points, you get 5 plus 5, 10, and so on and so on. No aborts. So there is no way to end the game. There are conditions where the a round can essentially be stopped and mulliganed. But we're not going to have that. You got to sit through with the hand you got. Uma split on tie. Okay, so that's gonna be If I remember right, you get plus 5 both, or it's like plus 10 instead of the 15-5. Yeah, I think it's, yeah. So if you win, if it's a tie first place, then you both get 10 UMA points. Hamba, Hamba is when the dealer is winning, you add a Hamba. So that's extra points for getting the dealer out of his seat. So sometimes somebody will be on, you know, a little bit of a hot streak. You got that we've played 7 rounds, so there's 7 Hamba. So you times that by 900. That's 63. Wow, that's actually a lot of Hamba. Yeah, 6,300 points. You add another 3k, or you have a 3 Han hand that adds 3k points. That's 10,000 k. So if you're in 3rd place and that's enough to get you second, well, that's still winning. You're not winning as much, but you know, it's still winning. You're winning points. And that's the big thing in these tournaments, it's like you're just trying to carve out position by winning a little bit more. And you're trying to hold on to your points. All right. And if you're interested here's a couple of YouTubers. 10 How Tai. He has a more in-depth video, kind of going on like how you can set up a table. There, because you know where everybody sits and then who's the dealer, all that is randomized for online, but there is a way to do it on the keep it very random. And Yusong, he has a lot of videos where he's helping other YouTubers learn how to play Riichi Mahjong. He is a little bit the excited type, so if that's grating on you, you might want to. And here's a couple of books. Riichi Book 1 you can find for free all over the internet. It's pretty much the beginner book for English readers. It explains everything pretty like, well, every beginner kind of book tells you how to get all the different types of like scoring hands, all that. And then next, I would always suggest 136 ready use strategies and tactics. And it's really this book is very easy to read. It's either like about a page is just like his kind of thoughts and strategies that are actually pretty easy to put in practice, like push harder, fold hard. Those are 2 books. 136 strategies, not free. I think it's like $10 on the Google Play Store or Google Books or whatever. But yeah, Riichi Book 1 you can find anywhere on the internet for free. And that's pretty much it for that. All right. So real quick, let's look. I think the first set people to place. Yep, so there's about 20 people who've ran through their first 6 games. Last 5 games. Is he not fixed? I thought it was 6. Okay. Oh, it is. It's just showing that's wrong. It is not showing all 6. Okay. Yeah. We're already about 100. Yeah. About 170 players already who are making their way. You need 6 games to be a counted player. So somebody's had a terrible game. I was watching them. Oh gosh, 143. Well, that just means they need to play 6 more games. Yeah, 100. Here's the thing. Where I'm gonna want to fall in. Here. 50, 78. I think that'll get somebody in for sure. This guy's probably gonna get in. Yeah, when you see this in the future, no mulligan for honor. No getting out of your hand. You're stuck. You're stuck until the deed is done. Alright, yeah. More people coming in. Yeah, that's the Whale Cup. And then it changes next weekend. I'm sure they're going to change this up a little bit. Yeah, there's going to be 2 groups. And pretty much it's going to be elimination. 2 games. I bet the first day it's gonna go down to 1 game. If I remember right, I think that's what happened last year. Just based off the numbers. What I'm gonna guess, but yeah, as it goes on, you start having all the players each round. That'll be next weekend, so hopefully we can get there. We have a lot of time, a lot of games to play. And yeah, there is the prize payout. We got 500, 250, 150, and 100. And then a bunch of gotcha tickets for Ricci City. It's also not cheap. Looked at their pricing. It's not cheap. Now, like all games, they do give you, all gotcha games, they do give you some free ones. Alright. Yeah. Oh, right. And then there are a couple more additional prizes later on. Best clip, log. Where is that? Alright, let's go over. Oh wow, I totally forgot to turn on the other stream, so that's just been a dead link. Let me put that on. Boom. Alright. That's funny. Hope nobody clicked on that one. I'll take about... Oh yeah, before I forget, it's on a 5-minute delay. I need to go ahead and... that in. All right, let's step into this. If there's, ooh, this friend got hurt. There are some like crazy good players in here that I've seen him. Flock of God, yep. All the usual suspects are in here. This friend's in here. Yep. I don't see. I saw Curly on earlier. Which, if he's a commentator, which will be meaning he won't take it 100% serious. He'll just be conning as much as he can. Okay. All right. Don't see Siege Wolf, so we might be safe. Ish. Not a great hand. So we can go for Itsu here if we can pick up a 4. Yeah, we'll believe. We'll believe. So Itsu is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not one I generally try and go for, but this will be our pair. Really want a 4 to pop up right now. 4 or 1. Ooh. We'll go ahead and drop that. Boom. Well. Yeah. When you're cutting shapes, you want to cut from the inside, which means closest to 5. Especially because we're early on, we just want to get rid of the dangerous tiles. Punished. I don't need it. Punished again. No. We'll keep that our pair. Okay, there we go. That's good. Now we're pretty close. We just need a 4 or 7. We can win in this very cheap hand, but we could upgrade. If we get an 8, we can upgrade this hand. Or we can get, yeah. Or we can get a Dora tile. That's nice. .704. Somebody placed 704. So I placed down that 1. Kind of indicates that 4 should be safe. Actually. Oh, yeah. That's Suji now. No, 4 and 7. Because I don't need the 1. 4 and 7 are still safe. Okay, dropping this. Oh, because the 5. I messed up. Whoops. I was reading chat. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to tell you. So, even if you're Fullerton means you can't call other people's winning hand, but you can, because I had 40 Fu. Yeah. Yeah, we need to do that. Just because we have too many pairs in our hand. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Cheap tiles. Cheap. Sorry, chatting's gonna be rough. Yeah, we'll do it. I am good. See your message now. I just can't. I'm just out of sync. Boo 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 boo. Yeah. Sure it is. Yeah. So we have two things. We can go Dumbo mode. Dang. Yeah, let's do it. The toy that's all triplets. Because we opened up this much, it does make it a pretty cheap, the cheaper version of it. But because we have these terminals and honors, it makes it worth a little bit more. We are just now in a very inflexible spot. Since the one passed, maybe this will pass. Please pass. Passed. Never mind. Well, at least we're not a dealer. Come on. Rough. Alright, well, we're in second. Alright. This is useless to us. Get rid of that. Do. That word dealer. Yeah, it's useless. Now that the word dealer, even if we get a cheap win, it's good because at this point, even if we get a cheap win here, that means I get to keep being dealer, meaning, you know, I'm upping my chances to get a very good hand. This is a decent hand, open hand. I'm just gonna pawn this, but I don't need it. Ooh. So, looking at their hands, they're probably mostly simples. Yeah. Might not be able to score on this hand. Okay. And what we really need. Okay. Alright, well, we're one away now. We just need an 8 or a 3 to pop up. I think a 1-8's already. 8 or a 3. Well, it passed, so it'll pass. There is a defensive thing where if you're on the end... Ooh. Hey, that's not good. He has 4 Dora now sitting in his hand. Okay, decent. It's pretty decent. We already have some safe tiles. We have a pair down here. We have a good shape. Good couple of shapes. Yeah, we'll keep that. Well, let's get rid of this one. It's also dangerous. Yeah, there we go. I figured. No, still not enough value really to open this hand up. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is getting interesting. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because I just want this to go. Yeah, we'll cut these 3s.
注意、いい風が吹いているな。
Interesting. I can't use it. Unfortunate. So I really need to call 4 wheels. I need another 6, I believe. Just keep cutting this. Now we have some real interesting things we could do. Get rid of this now. Four, 5. Very callable hand. Yeah. Keep. So, inside bamboo. 4, 5, 6, 7. Real dangerous. Against this guy here. Probably has most of what he needs. Ooh. Should be fine. Yeah, we'll call that 4 should pass. And we'll get cheeky with it. Not a lot of time to pick out a good. Yeah. Little points, little wins. There's still half of this game to go, so that's just gonna keep stacking. Ooh. This is gonna be a big point hand. This might be it. Drop that. Yeah, I'd rather have that. What do I need? Alright, so I need half of 11,000 to bring him down to me. Might not be able to do it with this hand. Then again, we might be able to do it. two already in.
Boom.
I'm gonna cut that. We're looking at that's pretty safe. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Now, this is a strong, this 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty strong, because if we get a call on this 4, 5 here, then it's not what I want. Good likelihood that he's going to call. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that should be safe. Somebody drop the south so I can con it. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Just brought him closer to us. Very good. Very good. Get rid of that. Don't like that. And I don't have any. Yeah, I do have save tiles. Alright. Alright. We're gonna try and get out of this. That's not great. Not great at all. Nope. Nope. We're gonna just keep folding. Be safe.
時にはリスクを負うことも必要だ。
Fives are safe. Even if we fold out here, the worst that can happen if we don't have a ready hand at the end of the game and nobody's scoring that game, then you pay 3,000. The least, or it's 3,000 points between the people who do have a ready hand and the people who don't have a ready hand. Why? Oh, come on a 1. Alright, that's not good. I should have been paying attention there, not talking. Alright. Well, that was a bad time for that to happen. Need an explosive hand.
どうしますかどうしますか
Very likely they have a half flush, which is one single suit. Somebody has it.
Come.
Nice. Still not great. We'll drop that. Our hand is still considered concealed. That was a closed con. This is gonna be kind of dangerous. And that passed. If I can get another 5. Good enough.
Reach.
It's not great, but oh, I put myself on a hell weight. That's awesome. There's 1/8 left out there, and now we've made a bet on the table that we will take it. Or 5, I forgot 5. Let's go. Let's go.
Reach. Tanyao. Doraichi. Doraichi.
Nice. Hamongon. Let's go. All right. All right. We can win another hand like that. That'll put us in first. That's why this... Yeah, let's get rid of it. Let's go. Let's do that. We might be ended up sitting on a Shanpon. Wait. You know what?
Pum.
We're not. We just need a score. We need to take the fight out of them. Game starts here. That's pretty good. We'll drop this. Yeah, we want that over this. Calling. Very nice. All right. So what do we want? Yes, okay. Don't feel like anyone's particularly close to the hand. Nobody's played anything that shouts out that
C.
Yeah, I'm really thinking everything along the edge is probably pretty safe right now.
Oh.
This is gonna be a little dangerous. Had to be on my turn. Alright, not much. That's fine. Little baby hand. Alright. All we need is a Mongon. Which is completely achievable with this hand right here. Yeah, we're gonna just call.
G. いい風が吹いているな。
Either have south or east. Probably east. Or they're going for full flush. There's a pause there. There's a pause there. This really shows what's going on.
C. C. ありがとう。仕方ないですわね。
Oh, that's pain.
C. ありがとう。ロン。シュン。本一。
Well, second place, not bad. Almost 10 points. All right, not bad. That's okay. He's okay. Yeah, there's that sumo. Yeah, not bad. All right, I don't think there's a way to do the AI analyze, but all right, 10 points, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so we will take a quick break. You know what? I just remembered that this is not lined up. Oh well. Fix that in a minute. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break and back in a sec.
Any pizza for $9.99 should mean stuffed crust too. It's crazy.
It's a bold move.
Here's the advantage.
look at this. We already got some big names on here. Block ran a tournament earlier this year, if I remember right. Yeah, he's already at 144 points. Somebody's at 189. And he had a 4th place finish. So he probably looking at double Yakman already happen, is what I'm going to believe. Let's check the chat. Let's see if there's been any. Oh my gosh, I can't see it in here, but. Strong players. All right. Well, that's frightening. This. Go. Let's go again. One more time. This could be a good hand. Yeah, can't really go for. Not great. You have a lot of dangerous tiles in your hand right now. Yeah. Yep. Could be safe. Alright. Need to fold out this hand. Yeah, we need to fold out this hand. We can still make something of this hand. There's still possibilities of out of here. Winning hand, it's just making that possibility shrinking quite quickly.
C
Okay. That's fine. We have one door in the 3 wheel.
ポン。ポン。
Decent.
ロン。トン。トイトイ。ポン。
Hmm. Everything is dangerous. Oh, being able to hurt. Failed. Oh, you guys gone?
カン。
同順ドラ4ドラ1バイマン
we're in a bad spot now. What we don't want to do. Yeah, we need to fold out the west before we can't drop the 8. Never mind. Could drop the 8. That's fine. Hit him hard.
リーチチートイドラに
Nice.
マンガン
Nice. Hit him hard. Alright. Was still a good round for us. We went up in placement. Good job. We want a quick win on this one just to like confirm our second place.
폼
This could be fine. I totally messed that up.
치
Yeah, that's how you do it. Just like that.
슴
Nice. Alright, little hand.
나우
Fine. Some Hamba behind it. That just confirms our second place. All we need is around a Mongon. A Mongon some more. So if we can find a cool 8,000. Alright, there's could be an Itsu in here. Straight, we can get a straight here. We just don't, we have a lot of inside weights, unfortunately. Don't have a lot of good shapes. But that's better. That's an upgrade. That's better. That's not good. These, we have a lot of danger tiles. Don't have a 3 to throw out there. We have a 9.
男は逆境
Might
から
not
血の
pass.
道を切り開くんだ
It passed. Alright. Still, a lot of danger. A lot of danger out here. We don't have a lot of wiggle room. But as he discards, we'll know more. That's the thing with this game. It's like the more... rough. This is rough. This is scary. That might not pass. That passes. Alright. Alright. So we're just gonna kill this. What we could do...
No.
Yeah. Come on, man. I guess he thought before because of that. Oh, he was sitting on a Suji trap. That was evil. That was evil. Do not have a lot of good tiles right now. And don't have many chances left.
Beach. No.
Really? You're really sitting out there. No. Oh, okay. All right.
三色同順ドラ1赤ドラ2羽間
That's rough. That's rough.
オーラス最後の一撃
15,000
だ
points. We need to make up for it right now. Do you have Dora in hand? You're not going to be able to reach E on this hand.
Honda.
They're just going to try and end this quick.
本だ。
はいはいロンだよ
Jesus. Jeez. Alright. That sucks. That's not fun. Alright. Alright. It happens. It happens. That's gonna put me down a little bit. Nothing crazy. I think we're -5 right now. I saw myself a second ago. Yeah, -5. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We are sitting at around about 200 players right now. Well, them's the breaks, kid. Not have a lot of good tiles right now, and don't have many chances left. Sorry, I'm just having to eat a bagel. Okay, good hand. Wrong hand. Very strong hand. That's unfortunate. Be great if we got a red 5 right here, a red 5 wheel.
ポン、体の芯が熱くなってきましたわ。チ
リーチだ。
This is a bad hand. Why did I do? I did that wrong. I'm waiting for another 4. That's a terrible wait. I should have cut the 4. I was supposed to cut the 4, not the 8. And then I would have been on a 5-8 wait. Alright, well. Definitely gonna get punished for this.
連敗
Okay, that's what I thought. Somebody was sitting on it. There's probably one on the dead wall. Alright. That's my mess up. If we can grab another west. Do, 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 do.
Jong.
Wait, but all right.
欲しいなら持っていけよ俺はいらねえか
Pain that we didn't get it. We would have got. No.
G.
We're gonna drop this. It'll confirm the
C.
Tenfu kind of hand we're going for. Oh, never mind. That tile. Pretty dangerous.
Beach.
They're trying to ruin my day. Don't know what to do. That should pass.
C
Please pass. Alright, so we can win this hand. It won't be a lot, but it will be a win. If somebody drops 6. No. Oh, that's terrible. We do get to Tenpai, we're gonna be Tenpai doesn't matter right Man, this is just a terrible hand.
下だ
Well, the pain is shared.
3青赤ドラ1
Pain is shared, therefore pain is manageable. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, this is a big hand. That's the making of a big hand. Do this first, and then who knows? Maybe we'll pick one up, and that'd be awesome.
C
ポン ポン
リーチスモリーチ一発スモタンヤオ ドラって未だになれないです。コロコロ。
ポン。
C いただきますわ。10
リーチ。
ポン。
ロン。リーチ。ピンフ。赤ドラ1、ドラ1。
Jeez. Jeez Louise. That's rough. Alright, well. That kind of reset the playing field there. Hmm.
ポン。ポン。カラカ
Great
ラ。
hand. Yeah, triplets is what I'm gonna guess. Which is not great because we're sitting on. Boy. Yeah, just toy.
リーチする。
Two, three, four. Yeah. Kind of going towards a cheat toitsu, but then again, we're just folding, really.
Pon. Kan.
Really dumb.
Long. リーチ、白、ドラ1。リーチ。
Alright, well.
Each. それが俺の覚悟だ。よく見ろ。
Yeah, I know.
ロンダ。
God. Needed that.
数値赤ドラ1ドラ1
That's pain. Painful.
Reach. つもこれにて終幕ですわ。リッチつも赤ドラ1。
Okay, not too bad. Ooh, and last though. I need to win a hand.
폰 시 봄
want you to have a certain... Okay, well...
Boom.
We're gonna do that because I don't think anybody's gonna drop the green dragon at this point. Fortunate we didn't have the white. He's the only one I'm scared of right now.
わあ、ディンツォーチェでもしたのか？ディンツォーチェは四川麻雀の色違いのことです。
テンパイ。
Nobody had it? Oh, he might have it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. This is okay hand. It's not great. Need a lot. You know, we need quite a bit to make this hand work, but it's doable. Really don't like that. Unfortunate thing, we've really been having to work for our hands so far. And again, he just wants us to play a certain way, I guess. Okay. Drop this edge weight.
リーチ。
リーチする。
ラン
Oh man, we're getting close.
リーチ赤ドラ1
We were getting close. All right. We got really close to a Yakuman there. Like it could have formed quicker.
Lichi. Run.
Oh, come on.
リーチ一発ピンフドラ1
Oh. We need to go through and score quite a bit here. Still, it's not great hands. Okay, that's something. Really need a south wind to pop in our hand right now.
ポン体の芯が熱くなってきましたわ
リーチ
Dangerous hands.
ポン
C いただきますわ。
C
ロンチュンドラ1赤ドラ1。
ボーラス最後の一撃だ。
Alright, that's tough. This is, ooh, very doable.
Boom. G.
Mhm.
リーチ覚悟はよろしいですか。
C
何も怖くなんてない。
We gotta push it. Alright, yeah.